Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is Stilo and Cree here with a new video for you all today. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to the channel so you can keep up with our upcoming content. Now, today we wanted to have another discussion on a couple of quality of life updates that we would love to see in Animal Crossing to make the game feel more inclusive for the players. If you all aren't aware, I believe that Animal Crossing at this point has sold over 20 or over 22 million copies worldwide, which is incredible, especially based on the fact that at the time of this recording, it is August 18th, and the game came out, I believe, late March. Under 5 months, they were able to sell, I believe, over 22 million copies. So with that, you can imagine 22 million different people are have played this game, or are playing this game, and something that a lot of people like to do, which Cree and I have, also done, is customize their characters to look like them. When you go to, the area to, change your look, whether it be from a vanity or a mirror, when it comes to your skin tone, you are limited to only 8 different skin tones. 22 million people, 8 skin tones. Now we know that Nintendo can't add 22 million options here, but one quality of life change that we would like to see is at least maybe double this, at least, maybe have some additional skin tone options for someone who might not be one of these exact skin tone types. That is a change that we think would be well received from the community. Now, another change that we have seen being shared by via Petition is the change to add additional and more inclusive hairstyles to Animal Crossing New Horizons. Taniesha Bracken created a petition on change.org for this very reason. The title is Create More Inclusive Hairstyles for Animal Crossing. As of today's recording, she has been able to gather about 42,500 signatures, which we think is awesome. A couple of those signatures are ours. So shout out to Taniesha for putting together that awesome petition to Nintendo and just Animal Crossing overall. The idea behind this petition and this ask, if you look at all the hairstyles, there might be maybe like 20 hairstyles or so available to choose from. Now, when it comes to black hair and black hairstyles, as you can see, there aren't necessarily many or any options. So, of course, Animal Crossing, from what we understand, the creators wanted to make this fairly inclusive game, and Nintendo has denounced exclusivity in their Black Lives Matter post back in June. With that in mind, a great quality of life change that Nintendo could make with the future update would be to add additional hairstyles. Additional black hairstyles and textured hair for any player that might not have this hair, or this hair, that hair, or this hair. So again, we have, a decent variety overall, thankfully, as a start. But we strongly believe that adding some additional hairstyles would help overall increase the joy of a lot of players who love this game and like to recreate themselves with their Animal Crossing characters. So that is a change that we are in full support of, adding additional hairstyles adding additional like updates, such as the ability to add hijabs even for players who wear hijabs, and again don't have that option for their Animal Crossing character. There are millions of players in the Animal Crossing community. I believe at this point they've sold over 22 or 24 million copies worldwide. So again, we don't expect Nintendo to add 20-something million hairstyles, but would love to see some additional hairstyles included and some additional quality of life updates, so that everyone can feel that they are included with this game, which is something that, again, we are understanding is that Nintendo intended for that with this game. For those of you who never really noticed, when you select your Animal Crossing character, you don't, unlike some other games, you don't select a gender, a boy or girl. You just have your character. You can select your hairstyles and, you know, change your eyes up, nose, mouth, and all that stuff. So that we thought was fantastic because, you know, your character is essentially gender fluid. So if you identify as a boy, you know, you can identify as a boy no matter what hairstyle you want. If you identify as a girl, you can be a girl with, again, any hairstyle that you want. You're not limited based on your gender or your gender preference. So, and for anyone who is gender fluid or trans or anything, it really kind of, you know, gives you an ability to, you know, kind of still see how you identify in the game. And the fact that they did that with, I guess, gender identification in the game, we think is fantastic. So props to Nintendo for that. But now, again, hairstyles. We think Nintendo's lacking a little bit here. So again, this video was meant to be more of a discussion. So if you know, like the video, drop a like below. Drop a comment below on what your thoughts are. Do you agree with this? Do you agree that Nintendo should pay attention to its players that have been asking for this for months now, honestly, probably even before the petition came out, because again, millions and millions of players that cannot say that this right here is their hairstyle or that this right here looks like their hair. So again, Nintendo, we do appreciate what you have been able to do with this game, but we ourselves, and we know that many members in the community would really appreciate some additional updates when it comes to skin tones, hairstyles, adding hijabs to the game, and just overall adding some additional changes to the game that will let more players be able to customize their characters in a way that really reflects them. So again, subscribe to the channel if you all haven't already, and drop a like below. Let us know your thoughts on this, and we will see you next time.